Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another Cardano live stream. It's been a little while since we did one of these. The last time we did it, my channel actually got a, you guys know, it wasn't really fun. However, right now I think we have a really interesting update as, well, I saw a lot of people in the comment section ask what I think about ADA happening. He's like, do I think the price is going to go down? Has my expectation changed? And the most important question, has the hard fork, which happened just a couple of days ago, affected Cardano in a positive sense or negative? Like, what happened? Because since the event that everybody was waiting for is over, will we still pump from here? And I think I have a good answer for you all. Now, first of all, guys, Cardano, in terms of price, has actually been doing rather good today. I've been following it for a couple of hours as I prepared this video like 3 hours ago or so. And over the last 3 hours, it's been doing good. Funny enough, it's only when I want to do the live stream itself that the price starts going down, huh? That's the way it sometimes goes. By the way, a little side story. I don't know why or what causes it, but I cannot monetize things today. There's no income today. And I can also not really post thumbnails today. I'm not exactly sure. I tried changing this to on, so to put the generate income thing on, but after like 5 seconds, it just changes itself back. And every time I try to put a thumbnail in, it changes itself back too. But I hope that you guys by now can actually see a thumbnail. That would be good. Let's quickly verify that on my own. Yeah, on my phone, I can now see a thumbnail though, so I guess that is nice. But the rest, it just doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why. It's sad, but that's the way that it sometimes goes. All right. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to turn it on, see what happens. I'll tell you guys. So I put it, oh, yeah, I put it on now. Let's see. Still says, oh, whatever. Well, we'll take it, all right? And guys, if you're watching this right now, make sure you help the channel out by quickly pressing the like button. Let's go. So are buyers losing interest in Cardano after the hard fork? My own long story short is no. Well, even though the amount of interest over on Twitter and a couple of other areas like YouTube maybe was significantly pumped up when the hard fork was coming up and people were anticipating a specific date, all sources that I've shown you during those videos and on my channel here really showcase that there's quite a lot of epochs to be excited for Cardano. If you, for example, type in Cardano white paper, you can do that on your own real quick, or I can actually show it to you guys. If you look up the Cardano white paper, you'll notice they have so much, or sorry guys, roadmap event. If you type in the Cardano roadmap, you see they have so much coming up. It's just piece by piece that they're crumbling towards a certain goal. And so right now, of course, we had the smart contract feature come in, which by the way is doing extremely good. Apparently in this very short amount of time that it's been live, there's already 100 smart contracts that have been deployed basically. Here's why it could boost the ADA price. Well, logically, guys, the more activity there is on there, the more the price pumps up. And I believe once more that right now the Cardano ecosystem has started and things will start building out where Cardano can eventually, hopefully, beat Ethereum. But from this point, at least, they're starting to become kind of an Ethereum because right now they were nothing except for an idea. Now, Cardano successfully integrated smart contract support on the mainnet with the Alonso hard fork on September 12th. The blockchain reached $100 or 100 smart contract milestones within 24 hours of the Alonso upgrade. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, called it 6 years of hard work turning into a success. Quote, "This upgrade is the culmination of 6 years of hard work with some of the brightest minds in blockchain and beyond. The focus is now on improving the platform further and ensuring that Cardano is adopted by corporations and governments. With this launch, commercialization is as much in the hands of the community as it is in the system architects. And they're already delivering. In less than 24 hours, over 100 smart contracts have been run. The smart contract integration is proclaimed to be the biggest upgrade on the third largest blockchain network, pitting it against the likes of market leaders like Ethereum and Polkadot. And that's kind of funny. They consider Polkadot to be a market leader, which I get. But if you look back at it, guys, well, Cardano is actually quite significantly bigger than Polkadot is. The blockchain could now host dApps, DeFi protocols, and even mint NFTs, even though that was possible before already. What made the success of the Alonso hard fork even sweeter for Cardano folk is the amount of criticism and flack it has received over the years for not having the smart contract functionality. Because once more, guys, Cardano was that project which was peer-reviewed and supposed to beat Ethereum on almost every single point, supposed to be the most decentralized, most efficient, best smart contract DeFi platform, whatever. Yet it couldn't do anything. Charles said, "You know, it's pretty easy to win when you're being underestimated and ignored. It's actually the greatest gift we could get. Stay hungry, everyone." And that's here. Mike Doaz said, Solana down 14% after not working for half a day. Cardano valued at almost $80 billion after not working ever. Many people even bet against Cardano, claiming it won't be able to integrate smart contract support on time. The likes of PolyMarketQ and Polygon co-founder Sandeep Naiwal lost the bet, and now Hoskinson wants them to put their money where their mouth was. So those guys were saying, "I'm also willing to top it up by 20,000 in support of PolyMarket HQ that Cardano is not going to make it yet again." So they bet 50,000 plus another 20, and Charles says, "Looks like we got another donation coming," which is rather funny. So what about the price, right? Because you guys are all watching right now thinking, what does he think? What is going on? Well, in terms of price, guys, I've already explained it. We will have a lot of ups and downs. And right now, I am going to be trading ADA very, very shortly from here. But the more critical point is I hold a lot of ADA. Let me do 2 steps back and give you guys the full rundown. I personally have held ADA since 2 and 3 cents. If you look back on my channel, I have multiple videos online right now from 2018 and maybe even before that, where I was buying Cardano live at the lowest of prices. It's really crazy if you look back, because even in 2020, which is 1 year ago, I used to talk about Cardano on a daily basis and the price was 3 cents. So you guys can already know from right now, I am pretty good on the Cardano department, but I am looking to enter into a very nice long position on Cardano on this basis. And hear me out properly. Cardano has finally done it. They have finally shown to the entire public that they're not a quote-unquote failure that many people pointed out that they were. And I personally feel that because Cardano already achieved this minor piece of success right now, they're not the failure, and that the smart contract feature, which many dreaded would be going awfully wrong, really worked out nicely, that there's really nothing much that can stop it. Then again, I am critical in looking for a good price point. Right now, if I had to personally make a bet, there's a couple of things which I could do. Let me quickly say, guys, none of this in this video is financial advice. None of this is legal advice, nothing like that. I'm just talking about some stuff, right? I'm a random guy on the internet. If I were to go for a long trade right now, I personally think it's quite risky because we are buying ADA at $2.50, which relatively to its all-time high is not that crazy, but relatively to the price that we saw just a couple of days ago at $2, it is significantly high. And if I compare it to the 2 cent, 3 cent area, which I bought normally, it's pretty damn high too. However, guys, for ADA, I've changed my perspective from thinking about what prices I could get it at to what it will have in the future. And for Cardano, right now is a critical phase. It's a critical phase because the smart contracts are being built right now as we speak. The ecosystem is being built from the ground up. And I said before, I think that on a launch day, you usually have a little bit of a dump. We didn't actually see that too much. What we did, however, see is continued growth, continued support, and really promises being delivered right on time. And what I think from that perspective is I should either open up a long position once we get below or bounce back from one of these critical support areas, maybe $2.30, maybe like $2.23 or something like that, something along those lines. Or I can actually open one around anywhere above there with a stop loss a little bit below. So for example, at about $2.16 or something along those lines, because the chance of hitting below there is small, unless we get one of these huge moves, but those you can never really predict. All right. And if I wanted to put a really low leverage trade, then I guess our stop loss could be a lot lower, but that's, for a different day to day. What I want to say is they have shown they can do what they promised. The smart contract feature came in without any problems. And the smart contract features are now, from this point forward, going to get built. It isn't there just quite. There's only been, let's say, for example, 150, 180, who knows? A lot of the projects are built on Ethereum. A lot of what make Ethereum good are the projects built on top of there. But if you look back at the day that Ethereum was launched, that the smart contract feature came along, which is again when it was launched, there really wasn't too much for the crypto itself. So the fact that Cardano got to like $80 billion of valuation without any functionality whatsoever in that regard in the smart contract department, oh my days, is that a very, very, very bullish thing or a very nice thing. Once more, that's my own opinion. And if we're talking about where the price can go to, I personally think that Cardano from this point forward, being a smart contract platformer only now from here on, I definitely think it's a times 10 or easily. Charles Hoskinson himself, that Cardano had potentially become the first $1 trillion crypto. that ain't gonna happen. However, there is still potential for ADA to become the first trillion-dollar altcoin. Because of course, Bitcoin won the race, and right now Ethereum is at $400 billion. So it's definitely, it's got a good advantage over on ADA as it currently stands, being at 413. But ADA did come to the third place right now. And guys, if I think back, Cardano really didn't do too well until a couple of months ago. And remember, it did 100 times gains last year. So from 2020 to 2021, it did 100 times gains. If you kind of think about that again, it can do 1,000% gains in just a couple of years, and it's actually not that crazy. Once more, can it become the number one? I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about really beating Bitcoin. But what I do think is that, really, if you compare it to Ethereum, it's actually really solid. It really is. Ethereum, of course, is migrating to the 2.0, but it will take time. Right now is a key area in which ADA, which is already the biggest smart contract platformer behind ETH, funny enough, ironically, it can really basically get a couple of, a good portion of the market, I would say, that they have never gotten to explore just quite yet. And it can really take a lot of activity from Ethereum. So I'm really careful with not, being too overzealous straight at the bat here, but I'm really quite excited for it. Can it be the real Ethereum killer? Your Invited asks. Well, it depends on how you view it. I mean, Cardano, of course, is a very long way to go. However, is it better built than Ethereum? I personally think so. I personally think this crypto is kind of deemed to go north. There's really not that many good reasons for the price to go down, since people already valued it at $80 billion before the functionality. What were they anticipating? What were they waiting for? Things are only getting better with ADA piece by piece, and many people thought that $1 or even 10 cents per ADA was pretty high, pretty crazy. And I remember when it went to I think $2. People said, oh no, it can never go. It has to fall down, it has to crumble now. And I remember when people said, oh, the smart contract feature will not work. And I remember all these things. Next time they'll say, oh, the next epoch is going to have a really big problem. Or the Basho phase, the Voltaire phase, all this stuff is not going to work out. It's going to fall now. You can see here that even in his, in this, what was it now? Which one of these was it? In this article here, you can see that people from other projects like Polygon, layer 2 for, I'm not sure if he's actually, no, he's from Polygon himself. Basically, Matic layer 2 for Ethereum, but also standalone, basically. That those were betting against it. And every time it proves people wrong. I just find it really peculiar that people are trying to bet against it, but it just keeps outperforming. Again, my own opinion on these matters. So these guys, Akash here says, Cardano price could reach $8 if the accumulation fractal plays out. I'm not really a fan of that type of stuff, guys. I'm not really a fan of these short-term $8, for example, price predictions. I, however, do think that $8 is a low target for ADA within this bull run. Is it possible? Yes. Is it feasible? Very much so. Will it happen? I personally do think so. I even think that $10 per ADA is not crazy for still this bull run. Let me say it like this. I personally think that Ethereum will double still this bull run. I still think that Ethereum can easily see 10,000. Bitcoin can still see above 100,000 very easily so. And ADA can match the Ethereum market cap, at least the market cap that it has right now, which is, for example, $400 billion. That's a 5 times gains for ADA, which is about $12.50 as kind of a low standard. I keep repeating that. For XRP, my targets are a little bit higher from that perspective because I think that XRP will overtake the second position. But yeah, I think that people are valuing ADA for what it really is worth in the future, and that will just keep increasing as more utility is being added. So $8, very low target. And again, some of these shorter term ideas as to why it can happen, I'm not really too much of a fan of. Then again, in terms of the DFs that have been built right now, I guess things are looking quite nice. So let's read. Cardano price has been accumulating for over a month now, hinting that a volatile move is incoming. This accumulation phase seems similar to the one we've seen between November and January of basically 2020 to 2021. ADA could head to $8.40, even if a portion of the fractal plays out. ADA price has been teetering above a crucial support barrier for over a month and shows signs of coiling up. This congestion could resolve into a massive bullish breakout, pushing ADA to new all-time highs. Here are 2 reasons for the optimism around Cardano and why it could hit $8 in the coming weeks. The much-awaited Alonzo upgrade was successfully implemented on September 12th via a hard fork. This improvement brings smart contracts and a plethora of possibilities to it, all of which were highly anticipated. While Cardano is sometimes referred to as the Ethereum killer, it never possessed any capabilities that allowed it to play on the same field. However, developers can now start building dApps, decentralized exchanges, and algorithmic stablecoins, which could evolve into a DeFi ecosystem similar to Ethereum. This development is possible because of the Alonzo upgrade, which has firmly implemented the core building blocks. Moreover, thousands of developers are already taking part in the Plutus Pioneer course, which will allow them to build a new ecosystem on Cardano, which is basically the coding language that they use, native. And an example of this is ADA Lend, a lending platform built on the ADA blockchain that will facilitate a new wave of flexible financial markets by serving as a foundational layer for instant loan approval, automated collateral, trustless custody, and liquidity. And this can actually become a really big deal. ETHLend, for example, the lending on Ethereum was actually AVA, if you're wondering, and that also became a really big thing. Similarly, PlutoSwap platform is ready to launch its automated market maker, a decentralized exchange on the Cardano platform. It aims to set a standard for the ADA DeFi ecosystem, be it the UI, UX friendliness, or the simplicity and reliability of the Cardano blockchain. The announcement further reads, when fully operational, PlutoSwap will be a decentralized exchange based on extended automated market maker protocol and be powered by the Cardano blockchain infrastructure UTXO mechanism. Not too important, the small parts of it, but just the point basically that they're at the start right now, piece by piece, building themselves out. At least to me, it's a very nice thing. And again, I'm very, very bullish on Cardano, if you guys are wondering. A lot of you guys are chatting about XRP in the chat box, which is fine. I mean, my channel is mostly XRP, right? But understand, guys, I hold more than one crypto, and I'm bullish on multiple. I hold a lot of different crypto because I think they're just exciting to have and be involved with, basically. And for Cardano, once more, my own price prediction is $12.50 is not that crazy for this run itself. Cardano enters the smart contract arena with the arrival of the Alonzo Art fork. Yeah, things have gone nicely, but I think they'll only keep getting nicer from here on forward. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. The smart money will stay invested in XRP. Yeah, I see mostly XRP things. Airdrops, XRP. Ada, not number 2, Nightbot. He says, XP, the dream team, we are the beasts. Let's see. Pump in the Balkan. But yeah, to kind of conclude the last part, if I were to go for a long position, I would definitely just, again, do it kind of like I do for XRP ones. Hold it for a longer time because I think it will just basically expand piece by piece. A short-term long is a little bit more scary because there's not any short-term thing to be excited for, except for any new smart contracts built on Cardano. But that's something you will not know straight at the bat here. It could be, for example, that some smart contracts on Cardano are really going to pop off all of a sudden. But you can't really know that up front. And so betting on that all the way, yeah, that's not really my style. However, that could be a part of why the Cardano price might do a little bit better than other projects. Because if you, for example, compare it to Ethereum, Cardano has so much growing to do where Ethereum just gets more of the maintaining to do. Now, guys, if you enjoy these live streams, make sure you press the like button right now. It helps the video perform a little bit better, puts a smile on my face, and just helps a little bit in the YouTube algorithm. Also, it doesn't cost you anything and doesn't give me any money. It just helps. So always press the like button if you're watching some of my stuff. It just helps out a ton. I appreciate it a lot. All right, guys, that was it for today's little small update on Cardano ADA. I noticed that you guys are mostly talking about XRP in the chat box. Oh, Wayne says we have 273 smart contracts running for Cardano, which is amazing. But once more, guys, my personal thought process for Cardano is bullish, 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 bullish. Things are looking really good. And if I had to make a choice, I would say more upside than downside for Cardano, as more and more will be built. Is going to go at a rapid pace, and more so, the projects Cardano are going to start picking themselves up a piece, which is why there's going to be more and more interest for ADA itself. And right now, they're starting the building blocks, so it's definitely, in my opinion, a good time to get in. Once more, not financial advice. Make sure you check out the links down below, guys, and I'll see y'all again in another crypto stream or video later today. A lot of stuff is coming. Make sure you're subscribed, and take care, everybody.